How is everybody doing? This is the third video on the Divine Comedy vinyl reissues that all came in late 2020. I've done them in batches of 3, and that's the way I bought them, I think. So we're going to take a look at the next 3. This is Liberation. This is the first Divine Comedy proper LP on Satanta Records. It was released in 1993. Showcases his songwriting talents. Neil Hannon, I'm speaking of. You know, typical of the early 90s. They used a lot of yellows and kind of oversaturated blues inside, and the artwork for a lot of albums. This one has Festive Road, starts off kind of quiet. Tale of a Supernaturalist. It's got a kind of a 1930s feel to it. Kurt Weill. Noel Coward, I would say, as well. Bernie's Bobs Are Here, that's a great poppy track. I Was Born Yesterday, Your Daddy's Car. Great tracks. Europop, kind of a nod to, I suppose, Kraftwerk, because Hannon has often cited them as an influence. Time Watching. Then you've got the All Knees Up pub rocker, the pop singer sphere of the Pollen Count. I can imagine the Pogue singing this. Queen of the South, Victoria Falls. Again, narratives about journeys and tales of foreign lands. Three Sisters, and then you've got Europe by Train, which is really cool instrumental. I can imagine being used in a British comedy. And then you've got Lucy, which is the last track at the end of the album. This was done quite cheaply as far as I know. There's a download card with every album. It gets the tracks. This is a nice sleeve note by Neil, written in 2020. And there you go. I had an original of this, and I sold it, and I make good money out of it as well. There you go. That's what the platter looks like, and it's a good album. Wouldn't be my favourite Divine Comedy album. The remastering as well is pretty good. The sound quality is much better than the previous version. Promenade was released in 1994. This was the second album. This is a concept, as far as I can gather. It's about the life of two people in one day. Follows on a similar theme with the wallpaper effect from the first album. Bat starts off kind of again, yeah, you know, I would say it's kind of got a 1930s style to it. It's very different from everything else around that time. Britpop was starting and stuff like that. Going Downhill Fast, The Book Lovers, that's a song. It's like an instrumental, but he's naming all different writers and making funny noises. It's quite interesting. A Seafood Song. Geronimo, Don't Look Down is on this. When the Lights Go Out All Over Europe, that's a great track. Yeah, it sounds almost like heading into the Casanova era in that one. Summer House, pretty similar. Neptune's Daughter, Drinking Song. 10 Seconds to Midnight, Tonight We Fly. It's definitely a stronger album than the first one. Like I said, he cited it saying it's a concept album. And the Suits, the Scott Walker image. Again, more sleeve notes here. There's the platter. Yeah. So very nice. And like I said, the quality of these pressings is exceptional. There is a CD box set that came out as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get my hands on it. I ordered it and it never came through, but they sold out very quickly. So yeah, that's Promenade, second album by Divine Comedy. And finally we have Bang Goes the Knighthood. This was released in 2010. It was actually released on vinyl back then as well, but I didn't buy it. I bought the CD back then, and there was an extra disc of live performances. This isn't bad. Yeah, the opening track, Down in the Street Below, is fantastic. Complete Banker, Neapolitan Girl, Bang Goes the Knighthood, At the Indie Disco, Have You Ever Been in Love, Assume the Perpendicular, The Lost Art of Conversation, Island Life, When a Man Cries, Can You Stand Upon One Leg, or like, he was going through kind of a flux at this stage. He was after putting his best work behind him, I guess, but this album isn't bad. It's entertaining. It's there's some nice stuff on it. Certainly worth having. It's your, it's very Thomas Crown Affair, isn't it? Very 60s. Again, more sleeve notes, and there's also downloads and outtakes and B-sides and all that kind of stuff in it. B-sides, it kind of sounds like a funny word to say these days, because I don't think there's even any singles being released. So there you have it. So yeah, nice album, and certainly worth having if you're a Divine Comedy fan like myself. And there you go. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and take care.